Welcome back, guys. Canonical Studies professor Carrie Milgram, being the prime suspect of Jabari Kelly's murder investigation, certainly wasn't on my Power Ghost Season 2 bingo card. But this is where the alluring instructor finds herself 2 episodes in. Her current predicament comes as a result of her multiple liaisons, something she sought professional treatment for in the past. This makes her promo designation of Lust arguably the most fitting of the collection. In part 2 of this character breakdown series, I'll be analyzing Carrie and how her lust-driven past could potentially lead to her future downfall, by prison or otherwise. Before we begin, be sure to hit the like button, subscribe, and bell notification to immediately receive these videos. Also, big thank you to all of my channel donors. If you'd like to be the next one, drop $1 on that Cash App for us. And lastly, a spoiler alert is now in effect for all things Power. Here we go. Carrie Milgram was introduced to us as a caring educator with a bleeding heart, particularly for Black men in dire circumstances. Her brilliance lied not just in her intellectual acumen, but also in her ability to feel for the unfelt, hear the unheard, and love the unloved, a vital quality that, quite frankly, every educator should strive to embody. However, this empathetic cross that she carries, no pun intended, has been weighted down further by the perverse leanings of her sensual mind once the potential of her subjects transforms into desire. Such was the case with Jabari himself, her first project turned passion in the show's chronology. Jabari's conscious disposition as a self-aware Black man, mired in the daily struggles of trying to break through as an author, provided her with just enough compassion to become his muse, his inspiration and bridge to greener creative pastures, among other things. Her relationship with the now successful author and professor would eventually take the toxic route as romance slowly mutated into resentment. Carrie acknowledged the addictive nature of her personality that caused her to display such unwavering affections with her sex addiction sponsor, and began taking steps to subvert them through coldness and denials of pleasure, Jabari being the greatest recipient of both. As the case goes with most addiction, they cannot simply be destroyed, only transmuted. Zeke Cross would serve as Carrie's supplement in Jabari's absence, and in retrospect, he reflected every one of her weaknesses unknowingly. Zeke was young, a Black male, talented, and most importantly for Carrie, troubled. He explained the tumultuous nature of his upbringing and the parasitic vultures hovering his budding professional basketball career. This hodgepodge of vulnerability reignited Carrie's own and led to yet another liaison, perhaps more forbidden in this case, as she was Zeke's faculty advisor and lover simultaneously. Her ancillary relationships have only been hinted at, yet are very well alive in their own right. Carrie made a subtle reference to her former affiliation with Davis McLean, who we just knew had played patty cake with those cheeks upon hearing it. That suspicion was recently confirmed in Davis's impromptu visit to Carrie for legal support. By the look in her alluring eyes, you know there was once all kinds of support being given, the legal brand being last on the list. Also, that pesky detective that's obviously out for blood conducts himself this way as an adverse reaction to a once flourishing relationship going wrong. As more evidence becomes revealed about their former affiliation, we'll uncover the true impetus behind his campaign to nail her for a murder she didn't commit. But what we do know about Carrie is that her attention is difficult to hold in the romantic arena, as she's as fleeting as she is beautiful, a quality most men would find difficult to accept. And let's not forget Councilman Tate's new proximity to our favorite professor, who seemed to take a liking to him during their first classroom session together. Tate is more Carrie's speed, as he embodies all of the components that tickle her addictive fancy as a Black politician in a predominantly white-run institution, scrapping for influence and power. All of the aforementioned boils down to the spirit that governs the professor, the spirit of lust. Webster's dictionary defines lust as a strong feeling of sexual desire, an intense longing or craving dictated by lasciviousness. It is the hallmark of an undisciplined soul, one led by the flesh over the spirit. Lust is also classified as one of the 7 deadly sins, among the very things that God detests most in his children. It is a tantrum of the soul of an ultimately selfish person and exists only to glorify the profane over the sacred in a human's body. Carrie's lust is on the verge of ruining an otherwise illustrious career. Her past is decorated with multiple accomplishments in both the legal and educational fields. But those lauds of yesterday have been jeopardized by the accompanying lust of today. That lack of sexual discipline has placed her at the center of a murder investigation and a potential student sex scandal that could cost her her livelihood, peace of mind, and ultimately her freedom. In short, the lust has hit the fan for Professor Pretty, and her perpetual game of one dick, two dick, red dick, blue dick just may lead to her downfall as this season presses on. Hopefully, she's able to supersede her historically toxic vices and clear her name as the drama heats up. But I, for one, seriously doubt that. But what do you think? How will Carrie's past shape her future from where you're sitting? Be sure to drop me your thoughts in the comments below. As always, I thank you for watching today's video. If you liked today's video, go ahead and drop $1 on that Cash App for us, hit the like button, share it with your friends who are Power fans, and subscribe for more content such as this. This is Rudy P. Magic of Rudy P. Magic Beats, and have a blessed one until the next one. Peace, y'all.